DNP in bodybuilding, the most dangerous fat burner ever. Introduction. When it comes to fat burners in bodybuilding, there's one compound that stands above them all in terms of danger, controversy, and raw effectiveness: DNP. A chemical once used in explosives and dyes, later discovered to literally melt body fat at an unmatched rate. Some call it the most powerful fat loss drug in the world. Others call it suicide in a capsule. In this video, we're going deep into the history, the mechanism, the results, and the deadly risks of DNP use in bodybuilding. Test tube. What is DNP? Full name: 2,4-dinitrophenol. Originally used in World War I munitions factories, workers exposed to it lost weight rapidly, but also developed fevers and sometimes died. Later marketed as a diet pill in the 1930s, until it was banned in 1938 by the FDA due to deaths. Despite this, bodybuilders resurrected it decades later, seeking the extreme fat loss effects. Gear. How DNP works. The science. DNP is not a stimulant like ECA or clenbuterol. Instead, it works at the mitochondrial level. It is an uncoupler of oxidative phosphorylation. Normally, mitochondria use oxygen plus nutrients to make ATP, the body's energy. DNP breaks this coupling, so instead of making ATP, energy is released as heat. This means the body burns calories at a massive rate, but with terrible efficiency. Metabolic boost. DNP can increase metabolic rate by 30 to 50%, sometimes even higher. A person might burn an extra 500 to 1,000 plus calories per day just sitting still. Weightlifter. Why bodybuilders use DNP. Rapid fat loss. No other drug burns fat this fast. Muscle sparing. Unlike thyroid hormones, T3, DNP does not directly increase protein breakdown. Contest prep. Used by some as a last resort to shed stubborn fat in 1 to 2 weeks before stepping on stage. Pill. Dosing protocol. Underground use. Important. This is for education only. DNP is extremely dangerous. Low dose. 200 milligrams per day, noticeable fat loss. Moderate dose, 400 milligrams per day, extreme sweating and lethargy. High dose, 600 plus milligrams per day, life-threatening. Cycle length, 7 to 14 days, sometimes up to 3 to 4 weeks. Some users cycle on-off to avoid overheating. Stacking, rarely stacked with stimulants, too much strain. Some combine with anabolic steroids to preserve muscle mass. Others add thyroid hormones, T3, T4, for synergy, but this increases risk dramatically. Fire. What it feels like. Constant heat. Body temperature rises. User sweats profusely. Lethargy. No energy because ATP production is inefficient. Insomnia. Overheating at night. Yellow sweat and urine. DNP is a bright yellow compound that literally stains the body. Some describe it as being cooked from the inside out. Heart, health risks and dangers. DNP is considered the most dangerous fat burner in bodybuilding for good reason. Hyperthermia, body temperature can spiral out of control, fatal. Dehydration and electrolyte imbalance. Cataracts, long-term use linked to vision problems. Organ failure, liver, kidneys, heart under massive stress. Sudden death. No antidote exists. Once overheating starts, cooling the body is extremely difficult. Even one overdose can kill. Bookstack. Scientific data. 1930s studies, 1 in every 100 users of DNP experienced severe toxicity. Deaths occurred at doses as low as 1,000 milligrams, not far from high cycle doses. Modern toxicology, lethal dose estimated at 20 to 50 milligrams per kilogram body weight. Reading man. Anecdotes in bodybuilding, 1990s to 2000s. Underground forums praised DNP as the nuclear option for fat loss. Some bodybuilders reported losing 5 to 7 kilograms, 10 to 15 pounds in 2 to 3 weeks, but others never lived to share their cycle logs. Many fatalities were reported among amateur users. A few high-level competitors admitted using it sparingly in final weeks before competition, but most pros avoided it due to the extreme risks. Weightlifter. Comparison with other fat burners. ECA and clenbuterol. Stimulates nervous system, tolerable at moderate doses. T3, T4. Effective but catabolic, burns muscle as well as fat. DNP. Pure fat-burning power, but with lethal risk. DNP is considered the last line, the drug you take only if you value fat loss above your own life. DNA. Protective measures, what users try. Ice baths, fans, cold showers to fight overheating. Antioxidants like vitamin C and NAC to reduce oxidative stress. Strict hydration and electrolyte support. Very clean diet to minimize internal strain. But let's be clear, none of this makes it safe. Conclusion. DNP remains one of the most infamous drugs in bodybuilding history. The fat loss is undeniable, but so is the risk of death. Unlike Clen or ECA, DNP doesn't just push the body, it rewires its energy system in a way that can spiral out of control. For some, it's the ultimate shortcut. For others, it's a one-way ticket to tragedy. In bodybuilding, there's always a price to pay. With DNP, that price may be your life.